You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I'm back. That's right. Your boy was up in the hospital. Had myself a health scare. Yeah, I guess I'm better. They claim I'm better. Who knows? I mean, who really knows at this point, right? I'm like, that all sounds like bullshittery to me. I'm not going to lie to you. Sounds a little BS-y to me. But nonetheless, a bunch of medical mumbo-jumbo, and your boy's back talking about the foosball. Yeah. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're still subscribed. Like, comment, and my goodness, this is what I expect. I expect 35% of Steelers fans to like this idea and 65% to hate it. All right, I'm not a Steelers fan. I've told you my son's mother and my son are lifelong Steelers fans. I don't know how they're going to feel about this. I suspect my son is going to hate this. I actually like it. I actually like it. Of course I do. Because generally, if everybody's running in one direction, my ass going to go in the other one. I'm gonna let them grizzly bears eat y'all. All right? Not me. I'm not going down with you. All right? That's not going to happen. So, of course, I'm a fan of this guy anyway, and I'm still trying to figure out. I mean, I don't think he should have been let go in Dallas. And I've been banging the drum. I've been banging the drum for Mike McCarthy in Cleveland. Now they're fixing to talk to Pittsburgh native Mike McCarthy. And there is talk of reuniting Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. I felt for sure that Aaron Rodgers was done. I did. And do I still lean in that direction? Yeah. But there's some real talk of wanting Aaron Rodgers back. So Adam Schefter, who is this? Florio? No, Josh Alper? Okay. Adam Schefter of ESPN reports that the Steelers are expected to speak with Mike McCarthy as part of their search for their new head coach. Mike McCarthy's name has also popped up in the Giants and Titans searches, but he won't be joining the Giants as they've already hired John Harbaugh. Well, I considered Mike McCarthy the best candidate on the market until John Harbaugh hit the market. Like if I'm the Browns and I want to stabilize my franchise in the same way that the New England Patriots got rebooted and now restabilized with Mike Vrabel, I'm hiring Mike McCarthy. If I'm the Titans and I want to restabilize my franchise, I'm hiring Mike McCarthy. And it's because when you put the resumes of Mike McCarthy and I did this the other day. I put the resumes of John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy, and Sean Payton all together. They're nearly identical over a 20-year span. They're nearly identical resumes. Look, the Broncos were a dumpster fire. They're in the AFC Championship game. There's something to bringing in these veteran coaches, especially offensive coaches, to stabilizing your franchise. I mean, understand something. Mike McCarthy won 12 games, 3 straight years with the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, some would point out the Cowboys might be a little dysfunctional. But yet, with Jerry Jones looking over his shoulder, and by the way, he won some playoff games there too. And we know he's got a Super Bowl title. Aaron Rodgers, by the way, in case you're wondering, won 2 MVP awards under Mike McCarthy. I'm just pointing that out. So they're going to talk to Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy is from Pittsburgh. He worked with the Steelers GM Omar Khan in New Orleans in 2000. That's interesting. You've already heard your owner. They are not going to bottom out. And the reason I said, look, a lot of fans claim that this team needs to have a bad year so they can go draft a quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. But I'm willing to bet you from experience, I would be sitting here next year, all right, flash forward to week 9, and your season's over. Let's say you're in the Cleveland Browns pole position, and you're already having to talk about draft picks in week 10 in Pittsburgh. That's why I say you got to be careful here. You're a hire or two from becoming the Jets, becoming the Browns, becoming the Cardinals, becoming all these dysfunctional teams. That's why you hire McCarthy, so you don't go down that path. Because it's going to be a whole lot of stability with a Mike McCarthy. Oh, but that's the same as Mike Tomlin. Is it? I mean, no, technically they're not the same coach, and one's a defensive guy, the other's an offensive guy. And Mike McCarthy showed with Dallas, he did evolve as a play caller. Dak Prescott nearly won the MVP a couple years ago under Mike McCarthy. Now, do you want Aaron Rodgers back? That's the other thing. Steelers open to an Aaron Rodgers return, as the players praised him. Pittsburgh Steelers remain open to an Aaron Rodgers reunion in 2026, even though it's unlikely because of Mike Tomlin's resignation. I don't think he's coming back. All right. Now, do I think Mike McCarthy might lead him to come back? Maybe, I guess. I mean, there was a lot of word that wasn't the greatest relationship in the world, but younger men, bigger egos back then. Aaron Rodgers might take one last run with his old coach. Almost all Steelers players praised Aaron Rodgers during exit interviews. Most of them, if not all of them, want the veteran back in 2026. Rodgers did not commit to retiring or returning to the Steelers, according to sources. He wants to take time away. A source told ESPN that the Steelers are expected to speak to Mike McCarthy, Rodgers' former head coach with the Green Bay Packers. Interesting. That's interesting. By the way, I don't know if any of you guys heard the comments of the Vikings general manager about J.J. McCarthy. I wouldn't sleep on Aaron Rodgers and the Vikings yet again this year. I think there's going to be some fire to that because I think a lot of people saw. I made a video about this, how antiquated the weapons were with the Steelers. Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson, you ain't got to worry about that. There's some speed kills with the Vikings with those two. But I saw this and was interested. And a lot of times I like to make these kind of videos just because I want to see the reaction of the Steelers fans. Because I think it is going to be a hell no scenario from Steelers fans. Again, I'm not a Steelers fan, but I get it. If I'm a team, I'm looking right at Mike McCarthy. Look, there's so many, this guy's going to be the next Sean McVay. This guy's going to be the next Kyle Shanahan, when the guy's really the next Brian Callahan. I'm just putting that out there. The next Jonathan Gannon. Okay, how'd that work for you? Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.